Kieran Ryan, passionate Mobro from regional Victoria. I've been participating in Movember for the last 8 years. We started in 2008 as something that was a bit of fun. Movember really got serious for me and my group of friends when we lost 2 friends in a very short space of time to suicide, and that was something that was very hard to understand. I thought his two mates that are meant to be in the prime of their lives, in their early 20s, and one that had a family. This shouldn't be happening to my group of friends, and it shouldn't be happening to men in general. And you know, that's the reason we're still growing our moustaches today. The conversations that these moustaches start helps change the stigma, especially around men's mental health. It needs to be something that men can talk freely and openly about. You know, I want to see a world where no man is taking his life. This year I'm getting around Move, which is Movember's physical way to participate. I'm going to ride 330 kilometres. I'm going to ride from Melbourne to my hometown in STIHL and see one of our friends' graves who's taken his life. Donate to the Movember Foundation because there's men that are still dying too young in life, and that's something that needs to change.
For a better way to buy garden power tools, go to your local STIHL dealer and clean up this autumn with STIHL specials on now. Like battery blowers from only $179, grass trimmers from only $199, petrol blowers from only $279, and chainsaws from only $249. Plus, a free spare chain with selected models. STIHL tools, only from STIHL dealers. There's 600 nationally. Find yours at stihldealers.com.au. Better still.
Alrighty, so we're going to be panning to the crowd in a second, Dan.
Yeah, we are. Well, we're doing it right now. Why don't you make some noise, ladies and gents? Give yourselves a
Wave your
wave.
flags, guys. Wave your flags.
Filming
Gonna be
this
on
for the
TV.
7 Mate TV series, which is on, well, a little bit before this time every week, though. But remember this time, Saturday afternoons. You can check it out on 7 Mate. Also, our charity
guys.
partner is Movember. You'll see the guys and girls with the bins walking around, the charity bins, the donation buckets. Make sure you kick in what you can. Obviously, you've come here today free of charge. And while there is no obligation for you to donate, it would be greatly appreciated. You just saw the TVCs up there, the ads talking about where that money goes. And it is a fantastic cause, the Movember Foundation. So chip in what money you can. If you want to buy yourself a cookie, which is one of these sawn off pieces of wood today, branded up with the STIHL stuff. If you're a little cookie monster, they're $10, and that money also goes to the Movember Foundation.
All right, so it's all happening. We've obviously got the stage nearly ready to rock and roll, so we're going to bring the athletes out in it's just a matter of moments. So, guys, if you are here and you're ready to fire things up, STIHL Timbersports, the original extreme sport. Dan, we're nearly ready to rock and roll.
Yes, sir. Semi-finals, into the small final, into the grand final to determine who
All right, so
is
we're going
the
to
Australian champion.
Dan, let's have a bit of a look at their PB. So Braden Meyer, absolutely sizzling 105.38. That is the time to beat. But of course, Mitch Argent is not off the pace there, 110.40. But Lawrence O'Toole, if he can get near his Australian record, 102.87, he will take the chocolates. Brad DeLosa, who of course is a champion in his own right, 109. It looks like we're ready to rock and roll, just waiting for the all clear on the stage.
Now remember, Braden Meyer set his personal best today.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's please give a big round of applause. The biggest noise you've made all day. I need you to give it right now to Braden Meyer and Mitch Argent.
In unbelievable form, these two. Braden Meyer setting a personal best that is only 3 seconds outside of the Australian record, and he set that today. In fact, you know what? It's 2.5 seconds outside the Australian record.
All right, so we've got Meyer on stand 1, Argent on 2. This is going to be an absolute cracker.
How you feeling, Lee Gooch? You excited?
I'm looking forward to this one. You know, these two guys are very evenly matched throughout each discipline. It's going to be neck and neck. It's going to come down to, I reckon, just 1 or 2 hits on that standing block.
Both similar sizes, similar weights, similar techniques. This is going to be a masterclass in sawing and cutting and chopping right here.
Now, you'd say if you are going through, obviously, past performances, whatnot, both these guys have actually won. So they're both Australian champions in this particular discipline. So it's going to be interesting. But Braden Meyer, you would have to say, is the more informed competitor. But anything can happen on event day, and especially under the big lights.
Yeah, that's right. Mitch has won this competition twice, 2017, 2018. Braden has actually won the World Trophy in 2016, St. Joanne, and that was when he really announced himself onto the STIHL Timbersports scene at just 20 years old.
All right, over to the judges. Here we go.
Saws warming up here, the first semi-final. Ladies and gents, feel free to get involved. It's not golf, it's not tennis. Make as much noise as you want.
Alrighty, what's happening there, Lee? Do we know? It looks like the judges have just told me to hold it.
Stand to your timber.
Sounds like it was just a bit of an issue with the timing.
Yeah, I think they didn't hear Neil say athletes ready there, so we'll just check with the team 1 second and just check that the timing is reset. Simon, we good? Simon, can we get some information?
Crowd getting involved, tension building.
Alrighty, so we're just waiting. They obviously want to get the clocks reset, so we'll just wait to get the all clear. The tension builds, Dan.
These times that get set here can potentially go forward to become world records, so the timing needs to be precise. It
Here we
looks
go.
like we're good to go.
Warm up your swords. Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And they both hit the sword. Probably Maya slightly ahead there, but they both looking like getting through that wood very quickly. Oh, it's Argent that takes it slightly ahead. But they're going to hit the wood pretty much at the same. They are stroke for stroke, blow for blow, Lee.
Yeah, Braden got a lovely first hit on that log, just slapped out a bit at the front there, but they are neck and neck.
Oh, this is absolutely power precision by the big bustling left-handers. Who is going to get the drivers through? Wait for the wood to break. Oh, it is Maya
it is
slightly ahead.
close.
He
It
is
is
very
so
good on the
close.
single buck, Dan.
This is so tight. Little stick there. We saw from Mitch Argent, Braden Meyer just dropping through nicely. Argent seems to be hitting his straps here. It is all about the pace and the steady flow on the single buck as Braden Meyer gets to the bottom of the log there.
Here he
sawed through.
goes.
Mitch Argent not far behind.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're from Victoria, get around Braden Meyer. If you're Queenslanders, let's give it for Argent. He's got a bit of work to do. It's Meyer that turns first. It's Argent on 2, Meyer on 1. Who is going to take it out? They need to dig deep now. Last
There
few
she
strokes,
goes.
Meyer!
It's Meyer by 2 strokes.
Wow, Meyer had 3 hits on Argent there, but it came back. Argent really showed he's a standing block specialist, just missing out by 1 hit in the end.
The Braden Meyer hot streak continues, Lee. He is up and about today. A time of 1 minute 6. That's 3.5 seconds outside of the Australian record.
He is absolutely on fire. He's a real genius at STIHL Timbersports these days. You know, he is not leaving anything unturned up there. You know, it's perfect standing block. He's an absolute genius on there. Came back. The single buck was where athletes think they used to be able to get him, but he's ironed out the kinks in that, and he is on absolute fire.
Now, there's going to be some good news for both competitors here if we do indeed get the go-ahead from the officials. Braden Meyer will, of course, be the winner. We'll just find out if that is indeed accurate.
Winner is Braden
It
Meyer.
is Braden Meyer, but Mitch Argent has got himself a new PB, so that is worth congratulating as well, ladies and gentlemen. Topples his old PB of 1:10.40.
Braid's solid, very, very solid. It was interesting watching there. You probably had 2 hits going ahead of Mitch. He came home. You knew he was coming. How are you feeling, obviously, going into that last discipline?
Yeah, Mitch is a road train. He comes in pretty hard, so I knew I had to put up my best performance, but we're into the final now, which is good.
Time pretty good as well. Unofficially 106. That'll probably come down a little bit as well. That's in your wheelhouse. That's where you sort of want to be, but you know you got to get a few more seconds off if you obviously want to take out either Delosa or O'Toole.
Oh yeah, this is it. Leave nothing and taking this last one and try and get the win for the family and everyone here.
Mate, it's an absolute pleasure. You're an excitement machine.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, absolute champion, world champion, Australian champion, Braden Meyer, everybody.
The new dad. Dad life suiting him well. Good news there for Mitch Argent. Well, he does depart now. He can still obviously pick up 3rd position, which is nothing to be sneezed at. But a new personal best, 1:09.88. So doing the Queenslanders proud here. Mitch Argent picking himself up a new PB, but Braden Meyer just continues his form, doing it for his new daughter. Clearly, he is on fire.
Absolutely. He's he wants it. They said it's $20,000 first prize. It is a big prize. And of course, the overseas trip representing Australia. There's a lot to play for here. National pride. But I'll tell you what, that little financial incentive, it just gives you that little extra bit of a boost, I reckon.
Oh, yeah. Lawrence O'Toole and Brad DeLosa
Yes.
are going to be meeting again. They met in the second heat of the day, and now they're going to be meeting in what's going to be the third last heat.
Well, the thing was, these guys have obviously been in the sport for 20 years plus, and it's interesting that O'Toole and DeLosa are going at it once again.
We've got a couple of videos we're going to put up now just so you can get a little bit more information on the equipment that the guys are using up there. So we can play the videos and you'll see a little bit more about what they're using in the axes and the single bucks.
The axes used in STIHL Timbersports definitely can't be bought at a hardware store. Made from special steel, the blades vary in width from 19 to 21 centimeters wide and weigh between 2.5 to 3.5 kilograms. Each axe is hand sharpened with a bevel angle of 13 to 16 degrees and are so sharp you can shave them. Top athletes bring up to 8 axes to a competition, each one slightly different to account for any variances in the wood. The 2-metre long cross-cut saws used for the single buck discipline are made especially for competitive sport. A series of consistently patterned 10-centimetre long teeth are cut with a laser on one side of the saw and then hand sharpened to an extremely sharp point. Cutters that slice through the timber and rakers that clear the chip out from the cut, just like on vintage saws. The saws weigh about 5 kilos and cost upwards of $3,000. You can see Lawrence O'Toole just warming up to the side of the stage there, signing a couple autographs, getting himself in the zone for his semi-final against Brad DeLosa. I mean, these guys know each other's game back to front. Been doing it against each other for many, many years now, verging on 2 decades.
And not just here, across the world. They are competing, obviously, in America as well.
Against each other and his teammates, of course.
Yes.
Both have been chopperoos for a long, long time.
So DeLosa is going to have to, I would say, he's going to have to break his PB if he's any chance to make it through to this final, Lee.
Well, and that's not out of the question, Lee. We've seen a lot of PBs get set today. We've seen them get set in the semi-final.
Yeah, Brad DeLosa's he's gone under a minute before in the World Trophy. Slightly different wood that we use over there. So he's been under 60 seconds before. Lawrence has been under 60 seconds before. So this is going to be a great race.
You know what it is? The minute mark in the Australian Trophy really is like the 4-minute mile. We're this close to it. It's the 2-hour marathon. We are seconds away from it. Lawrence O'Toole has the Australian record with 1:02.87. But some favourable wood and a good cut. We'll see that minute fall. Will it be today? Hopefully.
We're going to find out very, very soon.
I really like Braden Meyer's attitude before. He said, leave nothing in the tank. And that is what's going to happen in the grand final.
All right, of course, we want to give a final plug before we get the competition underway to our official partners of the STIHL Timbersports Series. Kennards Hire, the official hire partner of the STIHL Timbersports Series. Our media partners for the event, 7Mate. Watch all the action every Saturday from 7:30 on 7Mate. Of course,
12:30.
Sorry, what did I say? 7:30.
How dare you?
You can start at 7:30.
I need more people watching, and you're trying to throw them out by 7 hours. What are you doing to me?
It could be 7:30 a.m. and I'm on 5 hours out.
True. Get in nice and early. Get a seat on the couch.
Exactly. Food Truck Carnival, amazing food on offer, and a fully stocked bar open until 10 o'clock tonight. And then, of course, we are supporting the Movember Foundation, Grow a Mo, Save a Bro. We, of course, are doing donations here today.
Monations.
So make monations. Dig deep there, of course. Grow a Mo, Save a Bro, and collecting the gold coin donations. And, of course, STIHL voted #1 for the quality garden tools. And, of course, the #1 selling chainsaw brand worldwide. Search STIHL to find your STIHL dealer, the only place you will find STIHL tools.
Any STIHL dealers here with us today? Put your hands up. We've got these STIHL dealers around. Yeah, a few hands going up at the back there. If you're interested in purchasing some of these tools or having a chat and finding out more about them, you can go over just next to the still tent there. We've got some dealers in the house. Love having you guys here. Love everything you do for the brand, so I appreciate you
Fantastic. Nice
coming
work.
out. What a day it's become, by the way, guys.
It's what Melbourne does, mate.
Unbelievable. It'll be snowing in a couple minutes.
It's sad because it's true. Okay, looks like the just getting the final preparations in place, and then we're going to get this final semi-final heat underway.
Jeez, I'm thirsty. For a refreshing natural spring water, obviously.
Hydration, hydration, hydration.
Phenomenal day.
All right, who's going to take it out, Delosa or O'Toole? You probably have your money in terms of if it was favourites. You'd say, obviously, O'Toole would be the favourite, but Brad Delosa, the veteran.
You never count him out.
Never, ever count him out.
I tell you what.
All right, we're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please give a big round of applause for our semi-final athletes, Brad Delosa, and our reigning, defending champion from Victoria, Lawrence O'Toole!
Oh! I mean, fancy having to take down one of these blokes and then thinking the job's done and realising you've got to take on Braden Meyer in the grand final. I mean, that is cold comfort, but the job's got to be done. It could be one of these blokes to take it out. They're all in hot form.
So O'Toole on stand 1, Delosa on stand 2. All right, so as we spoke about, Lee, O'Toole with that wide stance, Brad Delosa with more of your conventional single buck stance.
Yeah, two very different styles in the single buck, both very, very effective. It's all down to, what's good for you, what gets that saw moving, and more importantly, keeps it on that straight plane.
Fun fact for you guys, the last 4 guys in the semi-finals, all left-handers. There you go, that's my quirky fact for the day, all lefties.
How'd you know that?
Because I'm just
That is a Rain Man style
Yeah.
skill you've got there, just to know which competitors cut with which hands, eh? Old chopperoos, of course, as well.
Yes.
At various stages. All freaks of nature when it comes to wood chopping. The skills on display here are the best of the world. Let's get it started. The
Warm up your
second
swords.
semi-final.
Athletes ready?
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
And it's Delosa that gets to the wood first. Got a slight lead, but O'Toole very closely, hot on his hammer with the steel MS661 saws. It's actually O'Toole that comes through.
That was the same, guys. I could not split them there. I think did Delosa just get to the wood
Yes,
first
he
then?
did. Looks like he's probably a stroke ahead, I'd say, Lee, at this stage.
Yeah, looks like Lawrence is in the lead there.
Oh! Turning together. This is like synchronized wood chopping here. Cutting beautifully, both guys. Who's going to get through the wood first?
Delosa.
It's Delosa, but it's O'Toole that makes it up with a quick little skip there. And they're now onto the single buck. Both very good single buckers, Lee.
Yeah, both got the saws going very well there. You can see Delosa with those shorter strokes, and then Lawrence with his real long strokes. Both coming through that log nicely.
Oh.
It's going to be neck and neck onto the standing block.
Delosa has one hit in front of O'Toole, but here comes the reigning champion. Who's going to take it out? Is it going to be the veteran Delosa, or is it going to be the reigning
Delosa
champion?
turns.
O'Toole, make some noise, please, St Kilda, come on!
Who's going to get through?
Delosa,
Is it O'Toole? You are kidding me! Oh, who was that?
I have no idea who just won.
Oh my God, we are so grateful that we filmed this
Does anyone know who won that?
on hyperspeed cameras. Who thinks?
All right, ladies and
who-
gentlemen, make some noise if you think Delosa won it. Make some noise if you think O'Toole won it.
Okay, the crowd thinks O'Toole's got it, but I mean, this is why we have Scotty Nigel Bennett's on board, who's going to go to the videos and work it out. We've got an absolute photo finish here, given, Gaz, that everything is above board, which the officials are going to confirm for us in just a tick.
So, guys, the times obviously are unofficial. It's obviously when the guys press it, but we do obviously have our video referee, as we said, Scott Bennett's.
We saw that before in a heat, Gaz, that the times were actually out of whack, and the person with the slower time in inverted commas had won the heat. So those times mean nothing.
It doesn't get any more exciting than this, ladies and gentlemen. This is why the STIHL Timbersports series is the hottest new sport
Okay, we're
in the
going to
biz.
see.
Let's watch the replay here, guys. So you can see them, obviously, they're on the front side now. And then once they flip around to the back.
Just going to get word here about.
Here we
if the
go.
times
So
are
Delosa
official.
turned first, but that doesn't mean anything. It's obviously when the wood does drop. How's the suspense?
Should we get. Oh.
Winner is Brad. Lawrence.
Oh, Jesus.
Give it one more time, ladies and gentlemen. So just Lawrence, it doesn't get any tighter than that, mate. Obviously, it's hard to know where you are hitting. Did you think you'd had the win, or you just didn't know?
I was pretty confident until he almost announced Miss Universe as the winner there, but I didn't think I was that good looking, Gaz.
No, mate, but that was without doubt one of the most exciting finals I've ever seen there. You actually were 2 hits behind, so you knew you had to come through it. Did you put the drivers in early? What was the strategy going through?
I knew I was behind, but I was a bit worried. I shortcut the back because that's what I had to go for it. I was just lucky it come off, you know.
Mate, I'll tell you what, guys, let's give him a big round of applause. He's our reigning defending champion, and he's through to another final. Ladies and gentlemen, your defending champion, Lawrence O'Toole! What do we make of that?
Well, we've had Australia's Next Top Model slip up there. Steve Lorenz announcing the wrong winner. That's good. We got our little Sarah Murdoch moment out of the way.
Lucky he pointed the right way, though. That was... Well, I'll tell you what, Lee, that was as exciting as it gets. So, guys, let's watch a replay again. You can see the guys. Oh, if they just want to move that camera. Here we go. Yeah, it definitely was O'Toole by an absolute whisker.
The crowd knew it, though, didn't they? I mean, 95% of people had O'Toole for the win, and 5% of people are related to Brad Delosa.
So and the interesting thing there, of course, was, as I sort of touched on with Lawrence, was that he actually was 2 hits behind. So what he was basically saying was he put less cuts in the front side knowing that he'd turned, and then he basically goes for his driver, which is the straight cut. He went for that early, and so sometimes it comes off, sometimes it doesn't.
And the thing, that driver as well, you put that driver in and it's not time to do it, the axe will stick.
100%. Yeah.
So normally it's 8 to 10 in the front, I think. How many did he go? Did he go 6?
I'm not sure.
He definitely shortcut it.
Yeah.
And here you'll see the big driver come up on the left.
3, 4, 5. Wow.
5 cuts and
in
then
the back.
the driver.
That is that is as close to it as you can get. So amazing stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, that means our final looks like this. You have the 2. This is pretty good. We got the 2 Victorians into the STIHL Timbersports Australian champion final. It is, of course, Lawrence O'Toole, who just took it out then, versus Braden Meyer.
So have we got last year's champion versus the best in the world?
We do indeed.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't get much better than that, does it, Lee?
That is unreal.
We do have to find out who's going to take 3rd and 4th. So before that, we will see Mitch Argent go up against Brad Delosa. So see who's going to get up on the dice and get that 3rd place spot.
And then we're going to see Braden Meyer, as he promised, leaving nothing in the tank. It's going to be all left out there up on the stage.
Now
15 minutes time.
One of the things that's going to be hard for obviously Brad, he's obviously just been pipped out there and he's got to go again. So like, how will the body? Obviously, Mitch has had a little bit more of a rest. Will that play a factor? We'll have to wait and find out.
It's got 15 minutes to gather all the energy he can, get back up there and hopefully take out 3rd position. And then we're going to see the best in the world take on last year's champion for the Australian trophy. The Australian champion 2020. So to summarise what we just saw, Lawrence O'Toole was 2 strokes behind, and then he basically probably had the quickest standing block of the day. Did he put 5 or 6 hits in the front? And then we counted on the back, Lee. It was 5 in the back and then the driver.
Yeah, Lawrence normally, he's very regimented with what he does, how he cuts. He always goes 8 in the front of the standing block and then hopes to get it off in fewer than 8. But, he saw he was behind Brad then. He went for 6 hits. He said he had a shortcut in the front, had to go for it. He put those 6 hits in the right place. He got that far wood off, and he came home and absolutely just smashed it off with the drivers.
Well, you can see the smile on his face. I think he knew, not to discount his incredible axe-cutting skill, but I think he knew we got a little bit lucky on that one. 6 in the front, 5 in the back, and then the driver, and it came off. My tip would be, we're not going to do this, but my tip would be that is the fastest standing block of the day.
Yeah, I reckon that definitely is. You know, Brad's cut was a perfect cut. But, you know, when you're in the lead, you don't want to risk anything. He could have gone for 6 and he could have been putting maybe 10 hits in the back. But, you know, he went 8, and I think he came off in 8 or 9. So that was a perfect standing block. But, you know, sometimes the wood just goes your way. You know, Lawrence cut the front side perfectly. And, yeah, he got it off quicker than he should have
there were
done.
bookies on this sport, Lee, they would have had Brad DeLosa at $1.10 going into that standing block, and then Lawrence O'Toole about $6. But it just went Lawrence O'Toole's way, and that's what happens in Stihl Timber Sports. But Brad DeLosa can still get on the podium today?
Brad can still get on the podium for sure, yep. So we're going to have the 3rd and 4th place matchup coming up next. But the main event, you know, 5 o'clock, we're going to have the final up there. And it's going to be a great one. Braden Meyer, Lawrence O'Toole. It's going to be a great.
It's going to be a ripper, mate. Unbelievable. So the small final, what time are we seeing that? That's 5 o'clock for the grand final. Small final at about 4:40, ladies and gents. So you got a little bit of time here. You've got just shy of 20 minutes if you'd like to go. I mean, surely it's beverage o'clock right now. Not necessarily alcoholic, but if that's your tipple, go for it. Beautiful day here in St Kilda. You can hit the bar, maybe grab some food. 20 minutes time, just shy of that. 17 minutes, let's call it. We'll be back for the small final. And then the grand final. Bang on 5 o'clock.
And make sure you stick around after the ceremony. The athletes, we're going to get them all back up on stage. They're going to be mingling around here as well, so you can get some more autographs. Come and meet the heroes of the series. Get a selfie, get a photo. We've got the food trucks and the bar running until about 10 p.m. tonight. The DJ is going to crank the tunes up, and it's going to be a great, great atmosphere, hopefully, at the end as well.
Yeah, we'll have the athletes here. You will notice our co-host Gaz will be hanging around as well. Please, someone just ask him for a selfie. He does tend to stick around. Just make him feel good about himself. Call him Gav to annoy him, but pay him some attention. Oh, Gaz, I didn't see you there. How are you, buddy? I thought you were in the toilet.
Mate, yeah, it's nice to be
You didn't
back.
hear any of that, did you?
Nah,
No.
not. Alrighty, so how are we looking? We've got about 10 minutes until we go for 3rd, 4th place.
4:40, big boy, for the small final.
Fantastic.
5 p.m. for the grand final. And then your signing session through till 10 p.m.
Got the wet text already. All right, fantastic stuff. So we, of course, are going to have 3rd and 4th shooting it out, and then it's the big one. It's number 1. So will it be Braden Meyer, who, of course, world champion, has won obviously the Australian before, going against Lawrence O'Toole? You basically have the two guys in probably the best form of their life, really.
Yeah, Braden Myers, certainly. He is the best in the world right now. And then you've got last year's champion. But the best bit about all 4 of these blokes, all 4 chopperoos, any one of these guys could have the run of their lifetime out of nowhere here and break the Australian record. The Australian record could fall in the small final. That's how good the choppers are and the Sawyers that are on stage.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, well, I know that the best wood's been selected for the final, so I'm hoping we're going to get close to that minute mark.
That's it.
We're just saying we're going to, in a couple of minutes' time, we're going to compare the times going into the final. Of course, the best times that these guys have both cut today, just to see where they're at, so we know what sort of form we're looking at for the guys obviously coming in. It's so hard to pick. Like, you love to say that Braden Myers probably got the faster times, but Lawrence O'Toole is a reigning champion, and you know, the last few years he's just been able to step up, and continue to step up.
And who knows what nerves will do. We've seen miscuts today. We've seen hang-ups. We've seen saws getting stuck from perennial performers who just get the job done. But in the grand final, who knows? It's the beauty of Stihl Timber Sports, isn't it?
Indeed.
Stihl Timber Sports AU on Instagram. Get around that.
Yep.
Tag a pic up there. Tag an Insta story. We'll hook you up with a major prize. Stihl Timber Sports AU. It's in AU. Tag us on Instagram.
If anyone hasn't got one yet, I want to come up to the front. We'll hand out a few of these.
These are actually necessary now, given the
What have you
temperature's
done to
heating
your
up.
hand?
I broke it on the monkey bars.
Broke it on the monkey bars. That's all. But so what have you broken? You broken your arm? Was it your wrist? Okay. Well, there you go. That should probably not help the break at all, but
That's
hopefully
good of you guys to hand him a stubby cooler to his broken wrist.
just trying to keep it active. Okay, let's.
Oh, guys, he's getting
You
his
got my
first
first one
selfie
here.
of the
Yes.
day, ladies and gents. I mean, this is really good for the ego of a young up-and-comer here in Stihl
Yes.
Timber Sports.
Sunscreen, yes.
That's what we like to see.
Hey, Dan, where'd you put that sunscreen?
I drank it all.
Oh, you just found it. If anyone needs some sunscreen, slip, slop, slap. Is that enough? Well, there we go. Sunscreen. I love how like literally 4 people came up, all redheads. Oh no, you don't want something? You sure? All right. There we go. What a gentleman. You got one, cowboy? Yeah. Sunscreen? Those sunnies are covering your whole
You
head.
scream, I scream, we all scream for suns. No, it doesn't really
Something like that.
work,
Something-
doesn't
something
it?
big. Here you go,
Doesn't
little
really
princess.
work.
There we go. And give some sunscreen to the animals in the sea. Well, let's talk through that premise. Okay, so there's some water in the way, and so but I'm happy for you to go do that. What's your swimming ability like?
It's really bad.
Perfect. Well, there's one way to get better. In your pop. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Can you swim okay? Yeah, I did a triathlon on Sunday, and
listen to it.
I don't want to be braggadocious.
Unbelievable. We made it 4 hours of that. You talking about your triathlon?
Yeah, I was looking for the lifesavers after about 5 strokes. I blew up early.
What's your name, by the way?
Holly.
Do you want to hear a great joke, Holly?
I don't have any jokes.
No, I'll tell you one.
Okay.
Why was the sand wet?
Because
Bit
of
of a
the
wind
water.
factor there, guys.
Because the seaweed.
No one's
Thank
drowned,
you.
so probably
Thank
as good
you.
as yours.
You
no
don't get
one's
it.
chopped an arm off.
Ask
so
your
we got.
parents. Ask your parents. No, go ask someone else, Holly. You'll figure it out on the way home, buddy. Because of the seaweed.
Oh no!
That is good gear.
There we go.
Feel free to use that joke, ladies and gents. Just credit me.
The wind factor off the beach is a bit of an issue. There we go. There we go. Take that one, and you take that one. There you go. Pleasure. Is anyone actually enjoying a cold froth that needs to put one in? There we go. There we go. Just
He's put it
spoiled from the
down.
back.
He's put it down.
Sorry, Reezy.
If you can't catch it, you can't keep it.
Yeah, I'm going for you, Reezy. Here we go. Oh, sorry, mate. Much like your football team, just choke at the right times. All right.
Who was that? Who's his support?
He's a Western Australian, so I'm assuming,
right.
I'm assuming you're an Eagles man.
It'd work better if it was Freo.
Oh, that was my doosra. Tell you what, they were catching everything before. Now they couldn't catch a cold. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Oh. She okay? Mum's managed to get it onto the thing beautifully. Let's do it like that. There we go. Oh, I think you already got one. There you go. Just pass them out. All right, we'll do a few more soon. Thanks, guys. Does anyone else needs? If anyone needs sunscreen, just give me a hoy. I've got some here for you. Do you need some sunscreen? Yeah. There you go, little princess.
There you go, guys.
Oh, it wouldn't be long to go now, Dan. I can feel the excitement coming. So
4:40, guys. 4:40, mate, for the small final, which is 10 minutes.
10 minutes. It was 10 minutes.
10 minutes
ago.
mate. No, it was 20 minutes 10 minutes ago. Okay, put your hand up if you want some sunblock. Okay, now get it down. You're getting burnt. Perfect. We just wanted to see you very briefly. Guys, get that sunblock over there, mate. The people roasting. Go do your thing. HR's banned me from distributing it. There was an incident. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not allowed to apply sunscreen any longer, though. That's all that needs to be said about that. There you go. There you go, guys. Thanks.
Oh, hang on.
Yep. What are we now, guys? 8 minutes. 9 minutes. Ugh. Getting there. I saw the best video the other day of someone in like a governor in America, and
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes to go until we get our our first final underway. It's going to be the place for third and fourth. Who's going to take out the bronze?
Mitch Argent v. Brad DeLosa in the small final. Leading into the grand final at 5 p.m. between Braden Meyer, the in-form, versus Lawrence O'Toole, last year's champion. Not to say that Lawrence O'Toole isn't in form, of course. Both of these competitors are up and about. But Braden, it's got to be the form of his life right now. The times he is posting are just unbelievable. 6 minutes until the small final.
Alrighty, we're getting down to the pointy end of the day's competition. "20 degrees, sunny. This is like a Queensland day for you, mate."
Spoken like a true Victorian, mate. 20 degrees and sunny, and he's got his top off. You're nearly as bad as the Pommy to my left. Down to Ade Park as soon as it hits 16 degrees, isn't it? A few T-shirts. Our tournament director is saying we need to get out there. Oh, he's feeling generous today, Lee Gooch. The weather's got him up and
Are we doing more
about.
trivia?
Oh! Some unbelievable still merchandise here that Lee is just feeling so happy to distribute. Oh. How'd you go, guys? You get torn limb from limb? They're popular, these shirts, mate.
All right, and we're going to check our social media pages to see if anyone took a photo and tagged in the @STIHL TIMBERSPORTS.
Post us a story Up
AU?
on Insta, tag STIHL TIMBERSPORTS AU. We'll pick a random person and hook them up with the old STIHL TIMBERSPORTS chainsaw cushion. The most comfortable chainsaw you'll ever sleep on. That's a STIHL guarantee.
Oh, great. So this is the PBs. Is this the times today? Small final. Oh, yeah. What were the times today, though? Okay, that's what I want. Yes, great. Okay, so that's their today time.
3 minutes until the small final goes. Mitch Argent v. Brad DeLosa. What's this Queensland versus New South Wales?
Yes, so we've got times today. Lawrence O'Toole with a time of 1:10.52. Brad DeLosis, that was the one we just saw, 1:10.73. So it was literally 19 microseconds
Split seconds.
separated. And then Braden Meyer has a time 4 seconds, pretty much 4 seconds faster. Mitch Argent has posted a time faster than the two guys that are going to be competing first. Very interesting. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's nearly time to get things fired up here. We're down to the last minute. Please make some noise, Melbourne!
We got a genuine state of origin coming up here. Queensland versus New South Wales in the small final. Brad DeLosa v. Mitch Argent. Who is going to make it onto the podium? Looks like we're set on stage, just getting those cameras set. As soon as that clock hits 4:40, Gaz Kempster, we are good to go for the small final. Brad DeLosa v. Mitch Argent. We've got a bit of signage that's fallen victim to the St Kilda wind. It's a stiff breeze.
You'd hate for the competition to start and you cop a sign to the face. That wouldn't be good.
We can't have STIHL Timbersports without the still. I just wish that sign would stay still. My fellow dads over here, they get it.
Absolutely rubbish.
They get it.
Your jokes have gotten worse.
Yeah, I'm a dad. Of course I have.
There we go. One sec, guys. We're just securing the signs.
Nothing you can't fix without a shifter and gaffer tape.
And a cable tie.
That's it.
Oh, yeah, there she goes.
That's the peg and raker system. All right, we're a minute overdue here. You can feel the tension in the room. Everyone is super keen to check out the small final, see who's going to be up on that podium. Give yourselves a wave, ladies and gents, as the boom camera comes over there. Get those signs up and about for us. Make some noise.
Those signs or those flags?
Well, they're like signs on the end of a stick.
They're wavy signs.
Yeah, wavy stick signs, we call them.
All right,
in
it looks
Queensland.
like we've got the crew clear.